How you doing, everybody? And welcome to Dicey Decisions, where we roll dice, spin stories, and play some games. This week's Dicey Spotlight, actually, we have one, is called Find Your Fire. It was written by Viditya Voletti. I found it on Twitter, and it looks nice. It's a kind of a personal check-in ritual. And I feel like with everything going on, I think it's very important to be able to check in with yourself and to have as many tools as possible for a self check-in. So this is a little personal ritual that you can perform to help visualize your emotional and mental state. It is quick, it is calming, it is very helpful. You should check it out. Once again, it was written by Viditya Voletti. I'm probably butchering that. I'm really, really sorry. It's on Itch.io. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Please check it out. It is name your own price, but of course, a couple of dollars thrown their way would be wonderful. So check it out. Once again, the game is called Find Your Fire. Check it out. It's really cool. Another announcement, I guess I'll just slap this in the beginning monologue as well. This is kind of the end of the arc. So next time you hear from us, which will either be next week or the week after, we will go ahead and follow us on Twitter so you can keep up to date with that. But we are actually going to be doing a little mini series. It has yet to be named, but it is going to be DM'd by our wonderful Troy. And it's a really fun concept. I'm actually very much looking forward to it, but no spoilers. We'll probably try to put together a little advertisement for it so you guys can get hype. And without any further ado, let us jump into this episode of Dicey Decisions. Last we left our story. Oh, I can actually narrate to you guys. Last we left our story, Katrina, a runaway princess with pyro tendencies. Helga, a werebear, last of her tribe. Soot, blessed herald bird of Fena, mysterious deity of redemption. And Finnan, a businessman turned god warrior turned friend. All met, fought, died, and became a family, and saved a nation. You all uncovered a secret humanoid trafficking front and followed the trail to the highest echelons of government. And after several days of intense struggle and a lot of trauma, you all find yourselves standing over the corpses of the Council of Dagdaral.
-2.
Minus 2. Because 2 of them got away. As you all are standing over the remains of the council, you all whip around as the massive oak doors to the room burst open, and in rush several platoons of paladins, all led by Shieldmaster Kata Thundercall and Theodric.
Kata Thundercunt?
Thundercall.
I told you I can't hear anything. You're welcome.
So we've got Pubert, we've got Thundercunt, we've got the Boulder.
All of them rush in, and there's this quick moment of everyone's like, huh, 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 with like their weapons and like trying to figure out what's going on. And after just some quick explanations from Jota and the Boldar trying to help, but he's just rubbering away. You are all just, everything's explained, everything's shared, all the paladins stand down, and there's a moment of everyone just sharing this moment together.
Minus
Finnan. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. Anyway, Boldar is just blubbering around. All this crazy shit just happened. This giant snake monster. And Jota is kind of taking control because she is actually the person in charge of the city's paladins. And so she's ordering the paladins around, telling them to like check all the bodies, just everything else. And Shieldmaster Ada comes up to now 3 of you, and with Theodric in tow, and says, well, I can't say I'm not surprised at you all. And I hate surprises. But you did something good.
Thanks for the superior vote of confidence.
So wait, you're not surprised it's us, and you hate surprises. Therefore, since you are not surprised it is us, you like that it is us. Yes.
This is astounding! Absurd! What will we tell the people? Kata, send a detachment to every estate in the Shinebard. Arrest everyone associated with the council. We need to get this under control right now.
Yeah.
And Kata just kind of like was about to offer more backhanded praise, but she was distracted by Boldar, and they kind of go off and start ordering more paladins around while Jota approaches the 3 of you. Well, that was something.
You did good, and so like pats her on the shoulder.
Little
of
soot.
Yeah, there's a little of soot now just taking her shoulder pauldron. Well done, you all. And she like brushes it off.
So it's like a little myth, like, huh.
Look, after the initial craziness dies down, we're going to have to announce this. It's going to be a big announcement. A lot is going to change. And the council were traitors, monsters, and now dead. And the 3 of you, at least.
It seems like he dipped. Make sure that he still gets included in the accolades. I'll pull him here by his ears. His tiny little ears.
All right.
I thought halflings have big ears.
Finnan's a halfling.
what?
Finnan's a halfling?
Oh
you
my god!
Did you?
No. I thought he was a gnome.
God,
I thought he was
ribs.
smaller.
Oh, you thought he was a gnome.
That's like, is a halfling?
Anyway, if Boldar there has anything to do with it, the 4 of you are probably going to be getting serious accolades, like Heroes of the Realm level accolades. That being said, she like gives all of you a stern look this time. Until then, because this is going to take a couple of days, please stay out of trouble. Can you do that?
I am exempt from this, because I'm not there.
Shield that!
Theodric marches over and like gives her this crisp salute. He looks so happy to be back in paladin armor. Like it's pristine. He looks real comfortable. He's got his big ass greatsword slung across his back. He looks just happy that he is no longer a criminal. And Jota addresses him. I'm assigning you as these people's guard, and also looks at you all again as their watcher.
Hey, heroes of the realm.
Not until 2 days from now. Until then, you're under surveillance by this man. And she's trying not to smile right now.
So goes up to Theodric and like holds onto his sleeve.
In 2 days' time, this announcement will be made, but first, until then, this all must be kept hush-hush. I won't have my city swept up in a panic. All of you, please, just try to lay low as best you can for a bit. You're not criminals, you won't be arrested on sight, but just, try to, she's like, she's got...
Good boys?
Yeah. Sure, yeah, alright. I'm gonna go make sure Boldar doesn't bust a vein.
Bust a nut. That's not a sin.
All of you, just thank you for what you've done. And you can pass that on to Finnan as well.
Finnan.
Or she wouldn't call him Finnan, she would have said, good battle.
Good battle.
The little one.
Absolutely.
Good battle.
We'll make him understand that he's appreciated.
She walks away, and all the paladins are kind of either moving bodies or like checking on things, moving in big groups out of the room. Just everything seems to be moving around, and as people are slowly filing out, things are just kind of whipping around you. Theodric just turns to the three of you, smiling. So,
How's it feel to be back in uniform?
feels pretty damn good. Did he twitch?
Oh yes, he twitched.
Good. Where's Finnan?
Where's Finnan?
Probably hiding.
Well, I need a drink. So, I think we should go find him.
I think that's a great plan.
Shit!
Yay.
Alright, so that's my whole intro. What are you all doing?
Is it okay if on the way, or on the way back, she told us to lay low, and we all kind of stick out like sore thumbs. Can we go shopping? I really want to go shopping. I have 2 outfits right now, and one of them is a dress.
You have 2 outfits?
I have the armor, and I have the dress, and that's it.
I just have the one.
Where is Finnan?
We're going to find him.
Indeed.
If I have to guess, and I'm pretty good at guessing at things like this, he definitely did not want to be praised and dipped before all of that started.
So it like tilts his head like a bird and looks super confused. Like, not be praised?
Some people don't like being told when they do a good job. Some people don't feel like they deserve it.
A hero.
Yes. Let's go and tell him that.
Lead the way.
Gotta get fucking called out of this goddamn podcast.
Yeah. This is what you get for dipping out.
So, where are you guys going?
Dragon's flagon.
Oh, that makes the most sense.
Flagon.
Alright. You all slowly make your way out of the room. Theodric, in tow. It's actually a little odd, walking out of the keep and into the streets where you do see like paladins streaming out of the keep and going in random directions, most of them heading towards where you would know the Shine Bard to be, kind of the ritzier part of town. But everything just looks normal. And like there's no panic in the streets, just people going on by. And what's even weirder is you see, a number of what looks like paladin cadets, not actual fully fledged paladins, moving through the streets and ripping down all of the wanted posters.
Ha!
You guys aren't really getting any second looks as you are moving through the town. So you walk through the city unhindered, free to walk in the open. It's very liberating.
I slap Theodric's like chest armor and cast light on it.
Oh my god. Theodric has a bit of a mild heart attack when his chest starts glowing like the sun.
Heroes!
Yeah, he does that.
Is there a way to turn this off?
No!
All right. Well, awesome. So you all make your way out of the gates to the Lochbard, I think, the docks area where the Dragon's Flagon is, up to the familiar front where just the day prior you had been arrested, but now you are free to walk in, and so you do.
Cavacho, where's that little shit?
Hey, Troy, where is that little shit?
That little shit is currently not visible when they walk into the front door of the Dragon's Flagon.
Okay, so he's not immediately visible. Okay,
I will send you a message.
yes,
Get
please
in!
So, a lot has happened in the last couple of days. By the way, hello.
Hi, Cavacho.
So,
Moment.
what's going on?
So we're not wanted criminals anymore.
Wonderful.
In 2
Uh,
days. No, in 2 days we will not be wanting criminals, I thought.
Well, we're not wanted criminals now. In 2 days, we'll be heroes of the realm.
Good
Oh.
boys.
Oh,
Heroes
yes.
of the-
So we have 2 days of normal people.
Yes. I mean, you guys have 2 days of normal people. Cat kind of grimaces.
Oh.
Princess is a type of normal.
Heroes of the realm. For what?
We kind of killed most of the council, but they were bad. They were bad Sneeple.
Neepa.
The human trafficking type of Sneeple.
They tell you to your face that this is a sham trial kind of Sneeple.
I'm sorry, Sneeple?
Snake people.
So it makes like a hissing, very convincing like hissing noise.
Oh,
You mean like they were snake-like, or they were like actually snakes?
One of them had snake arms, one of them had a snake torso.
Yes.
would like to say both. They were both snake-like and also had the parts of a snake.
Exactly.
Well, that's very interesting. I'd like to hear all about that. How about you sit down? I'll get you all a drink and you can tell me all about it.
Have you seen Finnan? Is he here? He ran off.
One moment.
Yeah, sorry. Trying to roll some dice and don't have my character sheet up.
Oh,
There we go.
dare the dice.
There we go. Oh god. I don't like that.
I'll send
I
you
don't
a
like
picture,
it.
Troy.
Oh no.
That's either a natural 20 or a natural 1.
With that laugh and knowing what I know, it's a nat 20, I guarantee it.
Oh, we both know what you know.
Have you seen Finnan? Did he come in?
I'm not really sure if I've
That's not
seen him recently.
convincing at all. Where is he?
Tell us.
She leans over the bar at you all and starts like making shifting like eyes in the direction of the back room.
Thank you, dear. Helga, would you like to go and fetch him? You're the scariest.
Are we trying to scare?
Finnan,
Why are we trying to scare Finnan?
because he's a little shit.
Okay. Helga bursts in the back room. Little shit, come here.
As you make your way towards the back, you can just faintly hear Kavachi go, no, stop, don't.
Like Willy Wonka.
Finnan is
Naked.
he is actually like shirtless and wrapping himself in bandages.
Oh, buddy.
He's basically got his armor, his pants for his armor and his boots and everything still on, but he is in the midst of wrapping himself in bandages. He is quite wounded, actually. He is sitting at the front of this, like at the front end of this back room, and I think at one point we discussed in universe that he established that this was actually a chapel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, he is essentially sitting at the foot of the altar and just wrapping himself. And the moment that somebody bursts in, he's about to move to stand up and say something, and he winces and like falls back down.
Oh no.
Helga's like, Sod, you should come here, help him out. I think he is wounded.
So it rushes in and sees.
Finnan, what the shit, man?
And he's just kind of speechless at the moment.
Dude, if you were hurt, why didn't you tell us?
Because I can handle myself.
Yeah, you can handle yourself, but you don't have to. You got hurt on account of us.
While they're bickering, Soot rushes up to Finnan and places a hand on him. And repeats Cat's words like, what the shit? And casts Healing Word. Finnan is healed for 8.
Alright. So he doesn't seem to wince nearly as severely, but he is still in a good deal of pain.
You feel a couple of ribs slide back into place properly.
Ouch!
Oh yeah, he got fucked up in that fight.
Yeah, I was at 15 hit points, by the way.
What the fuck, Finnan? It's not like sitting like right beside him and giving him like this sternest look that he can.
And Finnan just slowly gets to his feet, limping, and is moving towards his tankard, which is sitting on a nearby table.
Finnan, we were really worried about you when we didn't find you. We were worried that the snake people had taken you or something.
I mean, we drove them all off. There's the 2 that left, but like nobody else was left. I didn't get taken.
Yeah, but we didn't know that. We were so terrified, and then we come in and we find you, and you look beat to shit. And God, you.
That's because I was beat to shit.
And you walked all the way back here, beat to shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us?
You're fucking heroes.
And so were you.
I'm the bartender.
No, dude, you facilitated all of this. We would have been hanged if we didn't have you with us. Like, I don't think you realized that when you told us that you were in it with us and you were going to be helping us, that means that we get to help you too.
Friends help friends.
Friends help friends.
Finnan gets the barrage of all of that and takes a long drink from his tankard. So, what happened after I left?
Oh, not much. We're just heroes of the realm.
Like I said, you all are the heroes.
Well, you are a hero too, silly.
The 4 of us are heroes of the realm. You absolute shit stain.
You're a hero, you shit stain. What the fuck?
Finnan just kind of looks over at that, and despite how exhausted he looks, despite, he's beat 7 wasted Sunday, there's bruises, there's cuts, despite all of that, and despite, his hair is kind of matted to his head with sweat, maybe a little bit of blood. Despite all of that, after you call him a shit stain, he looks over and he's grinning.
Hey, there's Finnan. There he is.
Finnan, I think that there's some things that we need to explain to you. You really seem to have this viewpoint of us as these amazing heroes who know exactly what they're doing, and dude, you've spent like 3 days with us. You know that we do not know what we're doing.
Are miscreants at best.
That's good word, Helga. That was I'm very impressed with that vocabulary.
That's
Trumpet
like
told
clapping.
it.
He's so proud.
Trumpet told it to me one time.
That okay. We are a bunch of little shits, and I'm sorry to say this, but
Excuse you, I am big shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm the littlest out of everybody.
Helga is a big shit. Things like this, they happen to us. We've all been beaten 6 ways to Sunday. Soot died.
Yeah, I was kind of there for about half of that.
Yeah, but I need you to understand that, like, this is how this is.
Not- We're not good at this.
And we would not have made it out of this without you. And I feel like I can speak for all of us when I say that we don't want to be without you anymore. You turned around and you left, and we thought you were part of the team.
Finnan turns to look briefly at the door into the rest of the tavern.
You see Theodric duck his head out of the doorframe. He totally wasn't listening. What are you talking about?
Kavatia there too.
Yeah, you see both of them kind of like Scooby-Dooing around the thing, and they're like, oh!
You?
So toss me my shirt. It's right there. So Finnan, kind of puts on his shirt and starts making his way out towards the bar.
Okay. As you step out of the chapel, you see you just catch Kavatia and Theodric quickly like arranging themselves as if they were just talking at the bar this whole time and we're not totally listening to you guys. It's going anyway, as I was saying.
Before you guys go and be heroes of the realm, we gotta settle up your tab.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so he goes behind the bar and pulls a rather lengthy piece of parchment.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And he takes a quill and just goes, all right, so there's meals, 1, 2, 3, drinks, quite a few drinks. Let's see, there is resurrection, that costs a lot of platinum.
Hey, she didn't charge us for that, you swindler.
And he's still checking off the list. Let's see, calling in favors to other shopkeepers. What else do we have? Flinging myself at a giant snake monster.
Flipping yourself at a giant
Flipping,
snake monster.
yes. After all of that, Kvatia, would you come over here and have a look at this?
Right. Oh.
And he motions for her to take a hand on it.
Mm.
And I'm going to roll an acrobatics check.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 21.
All right, what were you trying to do?
Fall over while ripping the entire length of paper.
Absolute turkey.
And I do.
Yeah, definitely. It happens.
And as he rolls out from behind the bar, he just kind of looks over. Oh? Whoops. I guess you don't know anything.
Dude, you're so fucking dramatic. You're gonna fit in just fine.
It's like clapping.
Helga's like, what just happened?
and then Cat like walks over, puts a hand on his shoulder, and then reaches up and yanks his ear. Don't go doing acrobatics while you're injured, you fuck nugget.
Listen, if you're gonna be coming with me,
If you're gonna be coming with us.
okay, you're right. If we end up somewhere that seems promising, I'm gonna try to open another place. You know that I don't own just the Dragon's Flagon, right?
Yes.
His own.
So, Helga, you see the building that you're standing in? All the drinks? You know, every time that you bought a drink or that anybody in here bought a drink, all that money goes right into my pocket.
Oh, the money I thought you gave the money to the bartender, and then
And the bartender
she puts
works
it
for
in
me.
the cash box.
And
then
I
the
go
cash-
into the cash box and take out a lot of money and donate it to a church to
Oh.
keep Soot alive.
Oh.
And I can do that about 5 different places, all up and down the coast.
Oh. But it does not go directly into your pocket, though. It
No,
goes
I don't have that large of pockets.
You see, your wording confused me.
I apologize, Helga.
Helga doesn't very quickly get idioms.
So what's the next step?
Find a star.
Do we still want to find the star? I thought that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, wait, no. Maybe?
Yes. Soot's looking at his friends, like,
But I thought that Artur had said that the star was probably just a hunk of the same material that created the thing that killed Soot. If that's what that is, I don't want to go within 3 miles of it.
True. Soot, you don't want to die. We don't want anyone to die again. No? Yes? Yes. No. I've confused myself.
oh. But Thana will lead us to the star. The star. So it's like just trying to figure out how to like phrase this. Star is important.
So is living.
And you don't think that there's probably people that are actually near where it landed who might have already been dealing with what you guys dealt with Soot?
Fuck.
Yep.
Oh, now we got to go save the people.
See, he's already thinking like a hero, and he doesn't even think that he belongs with us. And she, like, punches you in the shoulder.
You take 1 point.
Okay.
Soot like slaps Cat.
I'm very sorry.
Fucking fuck. Finnan just says, "Give me a sec. I'm gonna have a chat with somebody." And he walks into the back room.
He's having chat with God.
Yes.
Ah.
And he does grab his tankard full of his drink and sets it on the altar and just kind of, well, Mal, I was telling you about these guys. And, well, you are who you are. You probably heard what was going on. What do you make of it?
You, as you say this, kind of stare at the mug for a bit, not really expecting much in the way of some grand response, but you do hear out in the bar one of the stools, like wood squeaking on wood, as if someone new had just sat down at the bar.
Does anybody else turn and hear it?
No. None of you guys out. Nobody out in the bar actually heard it. You didn't even hear the door open.
Yeah, Finnan hears that, and his bartender instincts actually kick in. He turns immediately and puts on his mask, his customer service face, and just looks towards where he heard the stool scuffling.
Roll a perception check.
Non-natural 20.
You have practically at this point memorized where every stool is in the bar, and you look over to the seat at the end of the bar, which is where you heard shift, and it seems to have been moved backwards slightly to make way for someone to sit on it, but you don't see anyone sitting there. And everyone else is kind of just chatting to themselves in the middle of the bar, just all talking. They didn't seem to notice anything.
Finnan slowly looks back at the altar, then back through the door out into the bar itself. He just kind of sighs and just, All right. I don't know. All right. Claudia, what's for dinner tonight?
Yeah, so Kavacha goes and kind of bustles off to go get some food for the severely injured people, and the not so injured people as well. And
I'm fine. It took like 1 hit.
good for you.
Must be nice. I took 1 hit this episode.
As you all are eating, you
Lord.
actually move over to one of the larger tables in the bar, so you can all kind of sit around it and chat. And Theodric kind of picks, as you all are kind of just eating or chatting idly, Theodric cuts in. So, you all mentioned this star, I guess, but what's that? Sounds like big stuff. What are you all doing next? Like now?
Soot's been fiddling with his holy relic, the bracelet on his arm, and he quietly mumbled the church.
I think everybody getting kind of settled back in, at least for a couple of days, would be smart.
The
You all still have rooms here, don't you worry.
I just want to get a new pair of clothes so that people stop saying that I look like an out-of-towner.
I mean, you're gonna look like an out-of-towner no matter what. But
Yes, thank you.
I look like out of towner.
In about 2 days' time, it's not really gonna matter much what you look like in Dagdaral. If what you told me is correct, you're gonna basically be a household name.
You too, pal.
I already was.
Oh, and Theodric kind of looks a little worried to himself. Maybe household name isn't the best idea for someone like you, Katrina.
Yeah, I'm probably going to use an alias.
I mean, you're all going to be announced as heroes. It just, I've lived here for my whole life, and it would probably be best for you all to, I don't know, have something to give them that may keep at least your names private.
That ship sort of sailed with me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, the fake name.
You mean like a team name.
Bears.
I mean, the Paladins of Justine and Katrina Helga Sundvinen. It's kind of a mouthful.
Not the bears.
Bears.
Brotherhood of Ash.
No, we're not joining.
He's not.
So it's just like nodding, like
That is not.
very
That is not our
enthusiastically.
religious affiliation. It's incorrigible.
We're not joining the cult, sir.
Incorrigible little baby.
Not a cult.
Do you know what a cult is?
That's what people in cults say.
That's fair. How about you guys? You got 2 days. Y'all can think about it for 2 days. And he looks at you, so I kind of like the Brotherhood of Ash, but...
So like, gaslight again.
Oh, God! Oh.
Can you not do that inside, please? So it's very dark in here for a reason. Drunks don't want to look at each other.
Soot turns it off.
Well, I thought you said you couldn't turn that off!
Oh. He hides behind Helga.
So, you all, over the next couple of days, have the opportunity to kind of do whatever it is that you really want to in the city before this, event happens. And, all of this stuff will just be, basically a little, denouement, as it were.
What now?
A denouement, the falling action in the
Oh.
I don't speak elf.
I don't speak Elven.
All the actually, it's orc if we're being technical here. Orcs speak French. Orcs speak French.
French, orcs, cheesy, baguette.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I missed you.
This is why I'm playing a Kenku.
All right, so it's the next day. It's a bright day. The Eye of Justine and the sun are high in the sky, and the day is yours. What do you do first?
We could probably go and speak to
Otto Otha?
Yes, we can probably go speak to them about everything that just happened. You know, keep them a little bit in the loop.
It's a good idea. Good friend.
They looked out for us.
Yes.
All right. So we'll just smash cut to. Okay, so that's a lot you just did. Okay. Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
We're all like dressed up like that scene in Moulin Rouge where they acted out like the whole thing in a very bad, convoluted way.
Complete with sound effects supplied by Soot.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Finn played the role of Helga.
So it was like every snake person at once.
Just hiss, hiss, hiss.
Your arms are really tired, Soot, from wiggling them around like snakes. So you I'm glad to hear that the spatula was useful, at least.
It worked like a charm.
You know, not what I intended it for, but as long as it helped.
I paid for it. That's for sure.
You just need to practice, just not in here, okay?
It's not in here. Oh, Otha.
You hear that, you three? We're practicing.
Yes.
I'm all down for it.
So, did you just come by to tell me that you overthrew an entire government? Can I help you with something?
Are you capable of identifying magical items?
I most certainly am. It takes me a few minutes per object, but I can usually do a little thing to suss out what something can do. Yeah.
Yes. That's a funny word.
So it's like clapping.
Cat pulls that out of the bag of holding first and is like, this armor.
Ooh. Okay. That's oh my. And Otto takes it and like runs it through their fingers and says, "Where did you get adamantine?"
Let's just say that it's from our friends on the council.
Oh my. You know, I don't even need to do anything to this. This is something. Oh, look at that! Changes colors. That's nice. Because as Otto is holding it, it's like shifting from green to blue to red, and they're just like, yeah, you know, you just think of a color and it changes colors. That's nice. That's a nice little enchantment. But yeah, this is adamantine.
Hey.
One of the hardest substances in existence, don't you know? That's real nice.
Like good for cat.
Real good.
Yeah, I guess I'll wear it then. So I can make it any color?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay.
You can make it rainbow, and like, you know, they hold it up and it becomes like a knockoff Pride shirt.
Oh my god, actually fantastic.
Yeah, that's a little clashy, but you know, I like it. What else you got for me? Come on.
So it holds out the helix rod.
And they start writing out a circle. Oh, ooh, okay, all right, yeah. Okay. And they start like drawing out this like a 2 to 3 foot diameter circle in chalk on the floor, and places the stick in the middle. And for the rest of you, just as a just so you have this image, it is a copper helix rod. So it's 2 actual copper rods that are braided together, and at the end there's like this doorknob shaped tip with a strange symbol carved on the end. And
for water.
Yeah, totally. And Otha finishes. Today they're Otha. So Otha finishes and holds it out to you. Says this here can detect hidden doorways.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you use this and there's a secret doorway nearby, this is actually I haven't seen a design like this before, but this was invented by elven explorers long ago when they would dive into old ruins and God, don't know how it works, but it does.
I love them elves.
Yeah.
So it takes the rod and kind of like goes around the room pointing it at different things.
Okay, so
That's very nosy.
I think it only has like 3 charges, so you like kind of point it several times, you feel it pulse, but it kind of stops pulsing, and it doesn't really like turn in your hand like it did at the well.
Oh! So it's like tugging on Helga's arm. Dwarf King!
I'm taking notes on what all these are. Oh wait, we can go back and listen to it.
Yes, you can. Or you could be good players and take notes.
Nah.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
I mean, Finnan doesn't know about any of these items, so like I would start initiating, but I don't actually know.
So it like hits Helga and gestures.
The boots?
Otha kneels down and starts messing around with these boots, and they have these nice autumn colors. They seem to maybe of a similar set, like they may have come as a set with the cloak that Katrina wears. But as Otha finishes with it, they said, "Okay, so if you're wearing these, your steps are gonna make no sound at all, no matter what surface you're walking across." And so, yeah, it's, you're good for being sneaky. Also, there seems to be a nice little mild enchantment on these that they're temperature controlled. So if you're somewhere really hot or really cold, they're gonna help you not feel shitty.
So, Mr. Sneaky walks away from us while we're all, distracted.
Finnan has a shit-eating grin on. Yes.
Would you like these boots that'll make you even more quiet?
More sneak.
Mike, I would like to roll a sleight of hand to just take them out of Kat's hands without her realizing.
Oh my lord. You little shit.
You'll do that? This will be a contested roll of your sleight of hand versus Katrina's perception.
Okay, 1 second. I don't have any dice with me. Okay, so that would be 21.
Yeah, I got a 10. So Finn's just like, oh, sneaky boots. I'm going to sneak and take. And his hand is caught, like, on them.
I just, like, grab his wrist.
Yes, I would like very much. Apparently, I need the help.
Yeah, and she kind of just, like, shoves him at him, but good-naturedly.
Yeah, at
All
this
right.
point, that's kind of what their relationship is.
Playful. Adorable.
So you have some autumn-colored boots of Elvenkind.
Did we already know what the lantern does?
No.
Not really.
Yeah.
Lantern.
Otha sits down with the lantern. Otha says, "Okay, this one's kind of hard to believe, so I'm just gonna show you." And they like wave their hands and they disappear.
Ooh.
Oh.
And you see the lantern kind of floating in the air, and just a spark, and the lantern lights up, and Otha is revealed in the cone of light.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, Otha turns the light away, and Otha disappears again. And it's like, you know,
Oh.
invisible creatures and objects will be revealed by this lantern when it's on them.
That would have been helpful with the lizard people. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lantern of revealing.
So it just kind of like shrugs and puts it on his hip anyway. He'll
Nice.
pass it off if someone needs it.
Yeah, he's got a nice little thing.
So it like goes up to Otha and then just shakes their hand like thank you.
You're very welcome. And if you all want to come back and let me know how my items out, I want to know how those little pins that I sold you work. Please let me know. And if you have any ideas for any special items, I'd love to work on that for you. And they point at you, Helga. They're like, I'm still working on your shirt, but it should be ready in about a week.
Thank you. You are awesome.
Wasn't there one more item? A spooky chalice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalice we got from Kylo Reneth.
Spooky cup.
Cat pulls it out and hands it to
Otha takes it, looks at it, seems very obviously wigged out by it, shrugs, puts it down, starts working on it. 10 minutes later, Otha begins kind of shaking and collapses on the ground.
Fuck.
So
They're
Rush
frothing at the mouth now.
And kicks the chalice out of the way.
The chalice seemed to have been slowly filling with what looks like blood.
Shit.
Oh,
Is Otha okay?
Yeah, Otha was like frothing at the mouth and shaking. Their eyes were rolled back in their head, but as soon as you kicked the chalice out of the way and it looked like it was filling with blood, it spills over and the blood turns to mist. Seemingly boiled away by contact with the air, and Otha.
Okay, you're okay.
That's not fun.
Where the fuck did you get that?
From a greasy guy with slime people.
Just some greasy guy?
votes on destroying the fuck out of it?
Yeah, it's probably... He was like, he'd gone crazy, and this giant bird flew him away, and...
What?
Don't know.
You got about as much knowledge as we do.
You won't be able to destroy it.
Will
That-
you?
No, nobody can. That needs to be locked away.
Maybe we should bring it to Val.
Maybe.
Where do you think it would be best locked away?
In the deepest hole. That is the Cup of Maldavar. Never gotten a name from one of these, so this is weird. That can summon demonic slimes. That's what that can do.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that makes
When
sense.
you pour blood in it, it summons slimes. But you pour anything else in it, it turns into pure water, so I guess that's fine.
And
I don't like that.
yeah, I don't much like that.
It seems to be designed for a loner, perhaps, to survive until they can summon the right slime, I suppose. That's a fucked up piece of shit. You should get rid of it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Just touching it with my mind almost broke me there. So thank you for breaking that connection.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
They are staring off into the middle distance this whole time, sweating profusely.
Yeah, I think if we leave this with Val, at least she'll be able to keep it from harming others.
Yeah. Kat digs some gold out of her pocket and just gives Otha 5 gold for their troubles.
Otha pushes your hand away. No, I'm fine.
For services
don't-
rendered.
Appreciate that, but you've also liberated a whole city. Tell you what,
It was a different service.
give me the rest of the day off, and I think I'm a little spent. So
Totally understandable.
Can I get you anything like a hot soup or tea or or water.
I think I just need to be alone for a bit, if that's okay.
Okay, that's a good way to end that scene.
Yep.
Yes. First stop is going to be at the haberdashery of Hardick Squared.
Mm-hmm.
Is he there?
Oh,
Okay.
Glad you're friends with you. So nice to see you all. Hi there, I'm Ardix.
Haberdashery.
We got about half of that. I think that voice is too high pitched for Discord.
I bring it down like a little.
Oh, hey there. It's nice to see you again.
So much
Oh,
fun.
hi, Helga. I see you brought
There you
your
go.
friends with you this time. It's so nice to see you. How can I help you? Welcome to Hardix's Haberdashery.
Much better, thank you.
I was gonna say,
You're welcome.
Finnan probably knows of Hardick. Given
You've never seen this man in your entire life.
Okay.
In
never
fact,
mind.
you remember going down the street and never seeing this store there.
So, have you been able to make up with Lily yet? Or you didn't really give us very much information about that, but we did say we'd help you.
No, you'll run into her when the time is right. She's still a little pissed. Anyway, you'll run into her when the time is right. She's just in a farm outside of the city. Trust me, you'll know it when you see it. She's a real sweetheart. Except to me right now. Looks
What
sad.
What did you do?
It's a long story.
Fuck your sister, I bet.
Anyway, how can I help you?
Well, I wanted to come and say thank you for the hat and pay for it, since I left in a hurry last time.
I don't think I described this guy, did I?
Oh.
So, what you see and smell is a cacophony. This
Oh no.
this old man, you assume, you can't really see past the giant bulbous nose and the of beard that just comes
That
out from this.
descriptor word, though.
It's just this big poofy beard. It's like Merlin in Sword in the Stone when his cane gets caught in his beard and they just out. Like a puffball. And it's just this big white and gray beard that just sticks out. You can see these two very bright eyes glinting out from under a massive wide-brimmed floppy hat with a sort of pointy top. And it's got like patch marks all over it. It looks like the original concept art for Gandalf, like just this goofball looking dude. And he smells like, again, when you all went to that one that one brewery, like potion brewery place, like it just smells like every conceivable spice and additive all spilled into one container. It is cacophonous and an assault on the senses. And there's also the voice. So that's Hardix.
Yeah, Hardix, I wanted to pay for the hat that you...
Oh, no, it's on the house. Anything else, though, you have to pay for.
Yes, of course. Is it just a hat? Because, not that I don't trust you, but you've done some weird shit, man.
You've done some weird shit, man.
Look at it. It's just a hat.
Wink, wink.
It's one of my hats. I made it especially with my own two hands. And Ardix holds up these two sleeves that fall away to reveal these immaculately soft hands.
Oh.
It's a lovely hat. No, I love it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to, like, adhere to my head.
I mean, have you tried taking it off?
Kat's eyes go wide and she tries to lift it off.
It comes off. I got you there.
All right, I'll admit I like that one.
Uh-huh.
Sure, what can I do for you? Welcome to my haberdashery. And Hardix does this grand sweeping gesture of this total mess of a store that's just piled high with hats.
I think I'm good on hats, actually.
So it, like,
Hats,
points
too.
at a random hat.
Yeah, so you get to pick a nice hat that will go with your character's design, basically. So everyone gets a choice of a funky hat for the price of like 10 gold per hat.
Really, Joe?
Nice.
No, they don't. Like, don't do this to me. I want to draw hats. It's gonna kill me. Don't do this to me. You hear a voice from the ether. Don't do it.
What's this, Kit?
This is like when you play Honey Heist and you get to choose. You get to her bear hat.
Oh, Soot and a Fez, though.
Oh, I kind of love that.
Helga's gonna get a fuzzy hat.
Troy, are you gonna get a hat?
No.
Not even for special occasions?
Nope.
It's committed to the aesthetic.
I'm down with that. Yeah, so you all do that. So whoever wants a hat, I guess that's Helga, and Soot. So that's 20 gold, for the 2 hats. And Hardix bids you all a fond farewell, and you are yanked by the seat of your pants out of the store by a magical force.
Can we never go there again, please?
He's kind of growing on me. Like a fungus.
We also need to talk to Atur. Because she got us out of some deep shit.
Oh yeah, you still haven't seen Gorgonar Ran
No.
since then.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
There's so much to do! Oh, this
So-
will be 2 episodes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
well.
We split up.
You know, so you mentioned wanting to see Val, right? How about Helga? If you feel like accompanying Kat to go clothes shopping, because I don't need clothes. What about you, Sut?
I'm perfect.
Yes, you are.
I'm
And he
perfect.
like
he said.
shows off his like dirty, tattered robes.
Perfect. Practically perfect in every way.
So, just to kind of... I know it's only midday, but we don't all have to move as one singular unit unless we do have to, Theodric.
Have to is a strong word.
He's Dietrich?
Stop being so fucking cute.
I think I can trust the 2 of you, but I'll stick around with Katrina and Helga.
We're the ones who would cause trouble anyway.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. What do you say we meet at Artur's by about sundown?
Works for me.
Sure. Plenty of time. Maybe 3 of us can get some food. I'm hungry. So, I feel like the Val one is going to be like kind of heavy. So let's just go ahead and get the shopping out of it. You get lunch. You have a good time. What do both of you get new outfits, or is it just Katrina?
Starbucks.
I
Helga?
would like to try this outfit thing.
Ooh.
Yes! Shopping!
Yes,
Oh,
bitch.
And the cat, like, she gets weirdly excited, and she weaves her arm with Helga. I've like never gone shopping with a friend before.
Never gone shopping. Never gone to a shop.
All right, well, I was trying to have a moment with you about being friends, but yeah, this is the first for both of us. Let's go.
Of course we are friends.
Yeah, it's just,
Do not have many friends.
kind of wasn't allowed to have many friends.
Why not?
She kind of looks at her because I'm a princess. And
Shouldn't the princess have the most friends?
I mean, there's the
That's
most people who want to be your friend because you can get them money and titles. But people who you can, josh around with and go shopping with and...
Who is Josh?
God damn it.
We've gone through this!
We have. I mean, like,
We've done
You've-
this!
oh man, I'm starting to lose track of what Helga does and doesn't know.
This is why we take notes! So, what do your new outfits look like? after an afternoon of shopping.
I feel like Helga would need Kat to pick out her outfit because
Okay.
Helga doesn't know fashion or anything.
So, Katrina, what does everyone's new outfits look like?
All right. So for herself, she's like, she looks at a couple of things, then looks down. And she's wearing her armor today with her her leather skirt and everything. It's just like, I am going to wear trousers.
Ah.
And that's like, she like pauses like that's a big deal.
Helga's wearing trousers.
Yeah, I
Helga
know.
just wears trousers every day.
So she gets herself a swanky pair of suede pants. And she gets a blouse that's like this really nice lavender color that's definitely gonna get covered in blood, but it's got like really cute smocking on the arms. Think like a purple version of Wesley's Man in Black outfit in The Princess Bride. Like floofy linen, like
Yeah.
yeah. So that with her cloak and her new hat, and she puts on the chainmail. And then for Helga, Helga, about what size would you say you are?
Large.
That's okay. And then she finds her a new pair of breeches, but like kind of like these awesome high-waisted breeches.
Ooh.
And then for the top, finds like this fur crop top. Like,
Oh my lord. Fur crop top?
white
What?
fur
I'm trying to
crop
remember.
top to match the gloves that Helga has. And
I feel like the breeches would be like, I don't know, are leather breeches a thing?
yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Not like a tight leather, but like a nice, like kind of soft, loose leather. It's like dark, so we've got like white top with dark leather pants. That's my input. Otherwise, I just totally made Carly choose my outfit for me because I had it imagining.
That's okay. If I have to think of anything for Helga, it's gonna be leather, fur, and lots of skin.
Any accessories?
Like the hat is all the accessory I need.
Oh yeah, the hat too.
Knew exactly what kind of hat I wanted.
You've also got the bag of holding, so like that's all a look.
Yeah.
Capital A, capital L. Okay. So you both
A capital LEWK.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
And then while they're on their way to Artua Grains, Kat is going to pop into like a post area.
Yeah, there's a guild that kind of runs through the Northlands, or not really the Northlands. It kind of sort of doesn't. You've heard of it down south,
Yeah.
but it definitely is more mainland. And it is known as the Kirin Courier Service. They're just a guild of basically horse riders and parcel deliverers.
She's going to ask if anyone can send a letter to if they can get to the Mist Kingdoms, basically.
The Mist Kingdoms, oh my. Well, that's, one moment, please.
And she goes down and like grabs a little ledger.
Okay, let me see. Now, we do, these pricings are by the mile, so I hope you understand this would be a rather expensive letter. I hope it's important.
How expensive?
Well, let me see. It's about 2 copper pieces per mile, but you're going pretty much as far south as you can possibly go with ship fare and whatnot. That would probably at least 50 gold per item, if not more.
Cat bursts into flames. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ!
No, she doesn't burst into flames, but the tip of her nose does, like, peculiarly, like, sizzle a little bit of smoke comes off of it. Okay, I might have to come back in a few days.
Oh, alright. Well, we'll be here. Thank you.
Alright,
Good.
okay. She kind of walks out, like, looking dazed and looks at Helga. I think I need to learn how to send messages, like magic messages. Like, I've heard of that. People can do that, right? That's a thing, right?
And like smoke signal.
Never.
And scene. So we'll pick it up with Finnan and Soot. You both are standing in front of the Silver Church. You had to walk through this graveyard to get to this large stone building with a steeple and a lot of dead trees, or leafless trees.
Steeple sounds too similar to Sneeple. I'm very upset about this word now.
There's a Sneeple on the church.
No! Kill it, kill it,
Punch
kill
it.
it!
Tayoshi!
It goes to punch it.
I have to flip myself again. Let's go!
No initiative.
Surprise
All right.
attack!
So you get in. Val was very surprised to see you, but also very clearly very relieved that you were all okay, and asked about everyone. And when you told her, I assume you tell her everything.
I think there's no reason to hide anything from her in particular.
Yeah.
We acted out
yeah.
again between the two of us.
God fucking damn it.
Amazing.
This time I play the part of Cat. I do the worst possible British accent.
So, it's a really good impersonation of Cat, then.
So it holds up like a white cloth and pretend it's Helga.
1 hour later,
Oh, God.
Val is sitting down, just like with her head in her hand, like, oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, you're telling us.
I'm glad you're okay. Well, that means I'm not a criminal anymore, I guess.
We'll
Hey.
certainly make sure of that.
I was going to be fine regardless, but thanks for coming by and checking up. Did y'all want some tea or anything? I was about to brew some.
Yes, please, thank you.
She actually
Okay.
sounds real nice.
That's been fiddling with his holy relic, and then he finally looks up at Finnan and holds out the arm that has his holy relic in a gesture of like, I don't know, as if he's reaching out to hold his hand.
Oh.
Finnan just kind of looks at Soot for a second and takes his hand.
You both explode.
Oh god!
Sorry.
Feyna knows all. Feyna is everything. Feyna is guidance. Feyna is God.
Lord, you're really laying it on thick.
This is a passage from his basically like what the what is it called? One of his
Scrolls of
prayers.
the
Let's
Everflame.
just call it that. Yeah. But and then he squeezes Finnan's hand. But and then he just can't get the words out because there's just so much on his mind. So he just squeezes Finnan's hand, hoping that he understands. Just react
So-
how you think you would.
Thana is this and that and this and that. Yes, I don't have all that memorized. Don't get mad at me. I'm looking at you, Soot. Don't give me that eye. but I don't pray to Thana, so you're confused?
I'm confused.
I'll level with you. So I don't pretend to know what's going on with anything above my pay grade. And what I mean by that is anything above, like, we'll call it probably Helga's height, maybe Gerg's. I think that's just on the side of my jurisdiction. But what I know is I get somebody who's watching out for me, probably a lot like Thana's watching out for you. And I think that's okay.
Speak to you.
Not in words, really. Yesterday, after Kat told me off for being a little shit.
Little shit?
Yes, I got that, soot. After she told me off, I've sat and prayed at the altar, I guess that's what you'd call it. And I know Mal had something to do with... I heard one of the stools move out at the end of the bar. And nobody was there. You guys didn't hear it, nobody came in the door. But by following that instinct, following that desire to help somebody that's come into somewhere that I call my own, it told me to turn around and accept all of you guys wanting to help me. And again, Mal didn't speak to me in so many words, but he made it clear what I was supposed to be doing.
To be doing. I am the chosen of Fana. This I know. I follow the light. Follow her judgment. Soot died.
Soot did die. That is a thing you did.
Hey. Why?
You know, Mal has a saying. The places you've never been often hold liquor you never tried. Thana, if she's anything like Mal, probably didn't intend for things to go the way they did. But you're here now, and we did a good thing. And you say that you're following her light, and, you know, it's never felt right to have something for Mal where there wasn't a fireplace nearby. So maybe I'm following a light too.
We only have green tea right now, but I could put together some kombucha if you're feeling that. Maybe
I don't know where I'm going with this bit.
Kombucha?
At this moment, Val comes back from her back room with a little tray with some teacups on it. Pours you out some tea.
Thank you. Hail well met.
Thank you, Val.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot's been going on the last few days.
Oh, one last thing. And I promise, for right now, this is the last big spooky thing.
She kind of gets very stiff. It's like,
when we were down there, you know, trying to find your apprentice, we found this thing. We need it put... if you'll pardon my orcish, we need it put the fuck away.
God.
God damn it. Okay.
We tried having it appraised, and it nearly put somebody in a coma.
Uh-huh.
This thing just needs to be away from anything that exists.
What is this thing? The suspense is killing me.
It's this thing.
And yeah, we'll just hand wave and say Finnan definitely has the chalice.
Da-da-da-da! Da-da-da-da! Pulls it out of hammer space. Val takes one look at it and blanches.
That's what I was afraid of.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, probably.
Put it on the floor, please.
Finnan immediately puts it on the floor, but is like, has his hand where his rapier is resting.
Right. She reaches up to this necklace of prayer beads that you saw she used one of them on Soot's body. She takes another one and throws it at the cup, and as it hits, a bubble forms around the cup.
Ah, she bubbled it.
And she reaches
Just by
down.
using Steven Universe mechanics.
Shit.
Yeah, right?
No.
She reaches down and picks up the bubble. And kind of just looks at it as the cup kind of just rotates slowly in it.
She tapped the top and then it disappears.
No, she does not.
Set pokes the bubble just to like test how reinforced it
Oh.
is.
Finnan, like, are they still holding hands?
I feel like once Val showed up, he's let go.
Okay.
Aw.
Embarrassed.
No, it's just like it's the end of that conversation sort of deal. We aren't afraid of vulnerability here.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this never happens to someone like Bennett's hands again.
That's the most we can ask for.
Thank you.
He must have found this in those ruins, but something like this is not a good sign. Someone could use this to pull something from a place that should never, ever be touched. The things that you fought when you fought Ben, they're the things that he brought into that place were brought about because of this thing. And he, from what you told me, he clearly was getting something. I shudder to think of what he could have brought about if you hadn't found him dead. No bueno.
No bueno.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I slipped into Elvish for a moment there.
Oh my lord.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm going to put this in a box and then put that box in another box and then I'm going to mail it to myself and I'll smash it with a hammer!
Or just lock it in, like, a basement.
Yeah, there's a
That's fine.
small cellar space here in the back. I'm gonna make sure it's well hidden. And if you could just do your best, never tell anyone this is here. If nobody ever learns that this thing exists, we'll be all better off.
Agreed. So, did we even come here today?
Bueno.
Oh, I love.
We were never here.
Never here.
Never here.
Soot reaches out to Val and you are the holy head of here?
Head.
I am the. I mean, I've been assigned to this city and region as the Graver. because there used to be a lot of, there were bodies being taken. Now we kind of know what was happening with that. So yeah, I guess I have people I answer to, if that's your question.
People I answer to. And Soot pauses as if he's not sure he should say this. But then he recites the voice that he heard in the in-between dark.
Oh,
Hear me,
okay.
herald of the Everflame, that which you perceive to be founded on untruth.
Uh-huh.
Many destinies rely upon yours, and for that, an exception is made this day. Do not squander this act of charity on my part. On my part, this charity. And he slams his hand, looking imploringly at Val.
Oh.
So you say this in this voice, and when Soot says this, the strange thing about it is, Finn, and you heard that you've heard this before. You were present. Val is just blank expression, and when you finish, she says, "It really was her."
And
Lady Death chose to allow your spirit back, obviously, because you're still here, but you're very important, Soot. I hope you understand that.
What is death?
Well, the silver lady, she is the gatekeeper. She takes all souls of those who die and place them where they may go. If they were a follower of Territ, they will go to be in the earth with her. It is our job as gravers, as followers of the Silver Lady, of Lady Death, to assist in the keeping of that balance, of that cycle.
She is not the Everflame.
No, that's not a title that she has been given. I'm actually not familiar with that. Is that an elven deity, a human?
Okay, Mike. So it wants to really think back to every prayer, every lecture, every teaching he's ever known of Feyna, and try to connect what Val has said to him about any religious text.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Hey,
He's going through that crisis, baby. Oh wow, I actually rolled really high.
Existential burb crisis.
24.
So, the scrolls of the Everflame, which were discovered and have been over time translated partially by the matron mother, the leader of your people. So, it's all about how to live a life and bring people into this cycle of redemption. The whole conflagration is coming to burn the world, and only the followers of Feyna will survive it. Yada yada yada. That's good stuff.
Oh.
Everyone's happy about that. So it's already said this to all of you, or at least to Helga. Your thoughts turn to that book you purchased of lesser known deities and religious sects. You think back to how the book talked about a lot of cults, a lot of things like that, but specifically remarked on how older elven culture did not have the pantheon deities that they have now, a smaller singular pantheon. They used to, in multiple cultures, have a lot of smaller deities. Even entire a whole city of elves would have their own pantheon that they worshipped. They would just all worship lesser deities. And your only assumption could be that perhaps Feyna is maybe one of the, because you rolled so high, is perhaps one of these, just a lesser deity that maybe fell out of memory. And with the discovery of the scrolls of the Everflame, your people have been saved from the conflagration.
So it just takes a moment observing everything Val is telling him about Lady Death, the Silver Lady. Is quiet, clutching onto his holy symbol.
And Finnan is just like, has a hand on Soot's back to support him.
Yeah. End scene.
Soot and Finnan, you all kind of finish your tea, have a comfortable time together. You both make your way back into the city, and you all arrive at Artur's place a little before sundown, actually, kind of like mid-afternoon. You all didn't take too long to do all the stuff you did,
Just
but
in time for an early dinner.
yeah, it's about dinner time. And you arrive at the grain estate. Actually, as you are all moving through the Shine Bard on this day specifically, you do see that there is actually a very strong paladin presence here in the ritzy part of town.
When they meet back up, Finnan looks at both of the new outfits, and he just says, "Cat, it looks real good, actually. Good job."
Thank you.
Helga?
I am capable of dressing myself.
I didn't doubt it.
It's
Helga?
not something that I'm used to doing.
Helga?
Sorry.
You tried.
It's a look.
I did nothing. Cat picked this out for me.
Ah. I may have to question your judgment then, Cat.
She looks badass.
Cat, did you put me in a silly outfit on purpose, unbeknown to not known to me?
I wouldn't do that to you. You look fucking awesome.
It's just
Okay.
not what I would wear.
It is much too large for you, Finnan.
Literal Helga strikes again.
You are absolutely right about that, Helga. That is a correct statement that you just gave. Anyhow, shall we go and see our friends?
I'll wait outside.
Are you sure? We told Artur quite a bit about you. About your...
I've had enough of rich people for 1 week.
Just before they go in, Finnan actually holds back Soot for just enough of a step to give them a modicum of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of looks at Soot, slightly up, but not nearly enough, not nearly as much as Helga or Cat. You gonna be alright, Soot?
I will pull through. He gives a squeeze to Finnan's shoulder.
Such a good boy.
Alright. You need anything, you let me know, alright?
So cast light.
Not that.
On what? What do you cast slide on?
On his shirt.
Is that necessary, Soot?
I dispel it.
You catch up as everyone gets to the door, after... and the door is knocked upon. Boom, boom, boom. After a few moments,
Must be Helga knocking.
there's a big stone, like a metal knocker on the door.
Oh, okay.
But sure, yeah, Helga does it with her fucking head.
Dog.
Totally.
You're doing your best, Helga.
After it takes a little while, kind of standing out there for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Oh, like if it took more than a minute, she would knock and again.
Okay. All right. Knocking every minute. At the third knocking, the door does open, and it is one of Artur's butlers.
Hello.
Hello, Butler.
Hello again. There's a lot of commotion going out on the streets. Is everything all right? Did you come to see the lady?
Yeah, we wanted to catch her up on everything.
Right now is not necessarily the best time. She's a bit indisposed.
And would be a good time. Tell us this, and then we will come back at that time.
I'm not really,
Oh, who is it?
And she kind of just sighs and steps back and opens the door, and you see Oran kind of stepping down the stairs, pulling a shirt on, followed by Gerg, also shirtless.
Oh, they fucking!
Oh my god.
They're having an orgy, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know this.
Finnan just covers Soot's eyes.
That's like waving, and then he like squawks when Finnan covers his eyes.
Cat ever tactless looks at them. Were you all having an orgy without me?
Hachi?
Don't
Doesn't know what that means.
Soot, forget that.
So Oran is, normally, Oran is already red as a forest elf. He gets significantly redder, but only for a moment as both of them rush to all of you and pull you into this big crushing hug.
You didn't answer the question.
look, we heard everything that happened. It's so good to know that you're right. Oh,
When you say heard everything, how everything is everything?
Everything.
well, we kind of got a first-hand account,
And you see both, you see Jota and Artur walking
Jesus.
down the stairs as well.
How disheveled do they look?
Are they in any state of undress?
Nice.
Artur is wearing an extremely elegant silk robe. You can't quite tell if there's anything else underneath, but Jota is just wearing some casual trousers and a nice comfy looking white shirt with poofy sleeves.
All right, so you did hear everything.
Yeah, I went, to, it's Jota. I went to make sure everyone knew what was going on. I figured that your companions would be worried out of their minds, and they were. It's very good to know that you are all right. Also, and Jota points at Katrina and Helga, and Artur says, "Very nice outfits. I'm loving it. That's good. It's very nice.
Thank you. You said very nice several times.
Very nice." Artur is definitely staring at Helga's crop top.
Oh my god.
See, you like my new outfit. Yes.
Yes, I do. Anyway, to what do I owe this wonderful pleasure? Of course, not just to see that you're all alive and well.
We wanted to come and thank you for calling in a favor. I wonder where that favor came from. Anyway,
I suppose we weren't expecting you to have a direct story of what happened.
Well, I am a woman of my word, and I think it does well to have connections in high places.
I mean, I would absolutely agree.
It was honestly the least I could do, especially considering that you saved me quite the financial disaster, my own venture, and, you losing your friend in the way that you did. So, dinner is going to be ready in about less than an hour, if you would all like to stay.
That sounds nice, actually.
All right. So, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for being here. If you are listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave us a review because it super duper helps us out. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment about your favorite part and your predictions for the next episode. please go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/dicey-decisions. There's cool stuff, fun bonuses, helps us keep the lights on. And of course, as I said in the beginning of the episode, go check out Find Your Fire. It is linked in the description down below. It's really cool. It's a fun little game to just kind of help you check in with yourself. Another announcement, I guess I'll just slap this in the beginning monologue as well. This is kind of the end of the arc. So next time you hear from us, which will either be next week or the week after, we will go ahead and follow us on Twitter so you can keep up to date with that. But we are actually going to be doing a little mini series. It has yet to be named, but it is going to be DM'd by our wonderful Troy. And it's a really fun concept. I'm actually very much looking forward to it, but no spoilers. We'll probably try to put together a little advertisement for it so you guys can get hype. But yeah, so that's going to be really fun. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Please be safe, share some love, and tell a story. Good night.